Good morning, happy Sunday, and welcome to My Elegant Cards, which is my paper crafting business, and this is episode 118, the Sun Print Suite, which is lovely. I will show you the DSP actually, and all the rest of the pieces in a moment, but first I want to remind you that if you would like to save over $92, you have until the 31st, which is 2 days, to join up. And what that means is you get this extra $92 of stuff, which includes a lot of the new in colors, and you also get to pick. You pick whatever you want for $125, and then they'll give you this extra in color stuff, and it'll only cost you $99, no shipping. So it's a brilliant deal. There's no obligation to buy anything afterwards, but if you do, you get it at a 20% discount, which I've got to tell you is pretty nice. So that's one thing I wanted to tell you. Next is, if you share this live or give, I will add you into the raffle for next week, and you'll get a little something in the post. And if you can add little hearts and thumbs up, that might help me too. I'm not sure. I assume it does. So anyway, that's what I wanted to tell you. Oh, also, here's my bag of pieces. If you place an order with me at $25 or more, I'll send you the card pieces you need to make these cards. Okay? So now I'm going to turn you down so that I'm going to change my glasses. Yeah, still looking really tired. Oh, I can go over there. And I'm going to turn you down so you can see what I'm looking at. And I think actually we'll probably start with the raffle. So, hang on a sec. Let me turn you around. Pull you in a bit. And there we go. That, I think that's good. Well, maybe more a bit this way. Did I go the wrong way? Nope, that's right. Sorry that I'm shaking you. Sunny Florida, eh? Well, actually, we don't have any sun here in New Jersey at the moment, really. But it is 72 degrees, which, you know, not too shabby. Anyway, so this is, what is this? The Sun Prints Designer Series paper. And it's rather beautiful. So I'm just going to flick through it. I've turned the pages upside. This one is, I'm using, well, I used one already, and we're using another piece. That's pretty awesome. So I'll show you the back of that. Here's some more. So as you can see, it's pretty spectacular. So anyway, I just want to show you that. That's part of the suite. And oh yes, the raffle. Sorry, I'm not very good at focusing at the moment. I think it's caused by stress or something. Oh, I have a tip for you today. Do not knock your pint water glass off your bedside table and onto your toe. It really hurts. So I just thought that's a tip for you. But the raffle, Linda, Diana, Kathy and Kim. So try and get my pencil under control here. Yeah. It's 2, which is Diana. Okay, let's mark that. And put that back and move this out of the way. And then I'm going to show you, here is the stamp set of that suite. It doesn't have any embellishments, but what it does have is the Fern 3D embossing folder, which I'm going to show you in use today. It also has some dies, quite fancy, quite a lot of them. And so as I'm only making 3 cards as usual, I'm just going to use this one, which I'm using as a label. Yeah, so there's a lot there to use, which is awesome, but it's hard to show you all of it in just 3 cards, particularly my style cards, which, as you know, are a bit clean and simple. So here's what we're going to make. This is that lovely, I just love this paper. It's so nice. And it, I did this with Night of Navy because it just looked better. So that's the first one. And then I'm going to use the stamp set. And this is distinctive ink, and you get all this beautiful detail. I'm half wondering whether to pull out my Wink of Stella on it, but I didn't on this one. And then here's a better way of seeing the embossing folder when it's actually embossing something. So, and here's the in colour ribbon, the Parakeet Party metallic woven ribbon. It's an 1/8 of an inch across. So that's what I'm going to make today. So, yes, package of stuff. I set up this morning and I was like, okay, I'm all good. And then I realized I hadn't actually put the stamps out because I'd cleaned them up because I was, I think, yeah, I did these before I did last week's. So, yeah, that would have been a slight disaster, I think. Well, you just had to wait, I suppose. Right, so here is the first batch. So let's do the stamping first. This is a very interesting shape, isn't it? So, as I said, I'm using Night of Navy, which is being a bit recalcitrant. There we go. And this says best wishes and happy thoughts. Just kind of nice. Let's get that straight. And I believe that if I put this, no, that can't be right. I thought that was straight. No, it doesn't look straight at all. I'm just gonna use my best guess. Yeah, maybe I should have put it down a bit more. Well, let's have another go because I've got it already cut out, and we'll pick the best. It's the easiest way to do it. I think the first one was the best. Oops. Right. So, move that out. Leave that there a second, and I'm going to, I still don't have my new scoring blade yet, and I gotta tell you, I really, really miss it, because having to do it, you know, by hand, sort of, so to speak, it's just much harder without the score. So I am a firm proponent of the scoring tool, of the scoring blade, and hopefully by next week I will have one. So I normally like to have card bases ready to go so that I don't, it doesn't get in the way of the creative process, if I can call it that. And I usually have card bases in pretty much every color there is, so that if I'm not sure which card base I'm going to use, I've got them handy and I can just look, and then I don't have to stop and go and cut them. But at the moment I'm not doing that because of the fact that I have to score it by hand. Okay, now where are my... I think we'll have a new one, a new sleeve of dimensionals. I have a feeling I finished a pack, well, I finished a piece. Don't know if it was the last one, but there we go. I'm gonna obviously pop it up. So I cut about there and there. And just put this at the edge like so, and just put a few of these in. That wants to come off, so I'll let it. Okay, and this is, oh, I don't know, does it look better there? Maybe down a bit. I do like, oh, it's also nice, it's hard to cover it up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it there because then I get some of that and I get all this. Yeah, so I mean, if you look at the previous one, they were actually, you can see that they were joined, but quite different and both gorgeous in my opinion. So that's that one. So next we're going to make this one, and I'm using Starry Sky. Oh, I love this color. And oh yes, I should bring in the pieces, that would be helpful. So I'm going to ink up this whatever it is. I don't actually know what it's supposed to be. This plant, I'm going to ink up the plant and give it a few seconds to transfer. There we go. Now the question is, does it need would Wink of Stella add anything? Well, yes, of course it would. It would add a bit of glimmer. Yeah, let's try it. We can compare it with the unwinked one and see what we think. I do like a little sparkle. So I'm being quite delicate with it so that I don't actually move the colour, because I don't want to lose the detail that we've got here. So I'm just giving it a little bit of glimmer. So as you can, hopefully you can see the glimmer. Not sure if you can, but so I'm going to just layer this on a piece of Starry Sky, obviously, because you know it's got to match, hasn't it? Such a rich colour. I have a feeling I'm going to be using this one a lot. I also really like the Orchid Oasis. It's a bit paler than this one, but it's lovely. Right, let's do our sentiment, which is going to be hello there. because I wanted a small-ish sentiment, because, well, this is quite large, so I wanted something little, and hence this one fit perfectly. So we don't need that right now, and I'm just going to put it onto its scalloped mat. Obviously I was using the layering circle framelit dies for these, which have come back into fashion for me after we lost the stitch shapes. I used to use those all the time, which actually is not a good thing. So although I was upset, or dismayed is probably a better word, when the stitch shapes went away, it means I've been using different shapes for the sentiments, and that's a good thing, I think. You don't want to get stuck in a rut. And I think I definitely was in a bit of a rut with my shapes. So that's good. Try not to stick my finger to it, because if you stick your finger to it, then when you're trying to stick this down, you can end up pulling it sideways, and then, yeah, not so good. So I would like one here, and I think here, oops, no, I think that's gonna work actually, because I don't want to pop it up over this, because then it won't be flat and it will look slightly wonky. So a bit like this. Sentiment is looking a little wonky. Okay, so I've got little bits of purple O from the scallop. So now I'll close this, and okay, I'll just throw some things on the floor. And I'm going to do one of my favorite tricks with the jewels. These are the basic rhinestones, and I'm coloring them using my dark Starry Sky blend. Now, of course, the one that I need in a minute is the one under my seat. Hang on, I'll just, yeah, retrieve it. The other one can sit there for a minute. Right, so now I'm going to use my take your pick tool, I think it is, to pull these off. There we are. And all of a sudden we have Starry Sky jewels. Love it. So there we go. Put that one there. And the final one is this one. So let me get the pieces. Desperately trying to remember to put the actually maybe I'll do that first, because I don't put ribbon on that often, so it's very easy for me to forget, and I end up putting this card onto the card base, and I haven't actually attached the ribbon. Yeah, I'm really good at that. So let's just do it first before I forget. Right, I'll move this out of the way because it's a little bit in the way. Right, now I'm just going to put this across here, tie a bow, and then we can continue. Oh, somewhere around there. So let's just tie the bow. Just fuss with that a bit, and then I think I'll obviously chop off a bit. There we are. Right, so now we can proceed. Safe in the knowledge that I haven't forgotten the ribbon. So this one is going to be the fern. Which fits perfectly in here. I'm going to do it again. It looks a bit fuzzy somehow. Did I wobble maybe? Possibly. But you know what? It's only paper. We can do it again. Yeah, I like that one better. I need to clean this off. I've got my chamois handy. There we go. Oh, didn't quite clean it. Let's just get it completely cleaned. There we go. And we're going to stamp the same sentiment. Hello there. Okay. Now all we have to do is construct. So I've got a spare circle, always useful. So let's put this onto the parakeet party mat. Like so. Then we will, oh yes, add this to the card base. And strong tape glue is not that fond of embossing folders, but if you just go slow, it will sort itself out. It will also tear it a bit sometimes, but it's on the back, so it doesn't really matter. Okay, so we're making progress. We've got the ribbon on, which is good. I'm going to just put this here. Yep. See, now my tape runner is much happier with smooth paper. So, oh no, I don't want to put it that far down. About there. And then this is going to have dimensionals, which I thought I'd lost for a minute because, you know, they were this far away from me. I'm not a naturally tidy person, but you probably figured that out by now. Well, I sometimes do hear Sam Donnell in my head saying, don't put it down, put it away, because she says that a lot. And yeah. And sometimes I actually do put it away instead of putting it down, but not always. Okay, now I'm going to put this here, and that also holds my ribbon secure, as well as the fact it's stuck onto the back. And so fairly similar. So here is what we made today. Can I put that up there? No, I can't, but I can move them over. Yes. So what I tried to do was give you a taste of this sweet collection. So I used some DSP. I obviously used some sentiments. I used a couple of the stamped images, and I used the 3D embossing folder. Obviously there's lots more to do. There's more images, there's a lot more dies, and I couldn't fit them into 3 cards unless I made them really fancy, and then I wouldn't have liked them. So that's what you get. But I would definitely take a look at this suite, because it seems to be really great. Anyway, I'm so glad that you joined me, and I do thank you for that, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll see you next Sunday at the same time, and I hope you have a great week. Okay, bye.